Going to the grocery store on your own, driving to visit friends, or simply enjoying a morning walk, that is independence. But here's the truth. A single stroke can take all of that away overnight. According to the CDC, someone in the United States has a stroke every 40 seconds, and nearly 1 out of 3 survivors lose the ability to take care of themselves without help. That's not just about health, it's about losing your freedom. The good news? Staying independent isn't only about luck. It begins with the simple, everyday choices you make, especially how you manage your medications. WSU reports that adjusting prescriptions properly can cut the risk of dangerous drug reactions in people over 60 by nearly 50%. That's a big number, and it means that paying attention to your pills today could protect your lifestyle tomorrow. When you optimize how you take your medicine, you're not just preventing side effects, you're actively defending your ability to live on your own terms, to walk, to cook, to laugh with your grandchildren without depending on others. So before we dive into the keys for safer medication use, remember this. Independence in later life isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about making small, smart decisions that add up to a stronger, freer you. And that journey starts right now. Number 1. Reducing reliance on oral NSAIDs. Many of us reach for ibuprofen or naproxen when our knees ache or our back feels stiff. But after age 65, those same pills can quietly increase the chance of serious problems. According to a 2023 study in the BMJ, older adults who used oral NSAIDs for more than 5 days had a 30% higher risk of gastrointestinal bleeding. That means hidden bleeding in the stomach or intestines, often unnoticed until it becomes an emergency. And one trip to the hospital for bleeding or dizziness can be enough to disrupt your independence. The safer path is to limit how often you rely on oral NSAIDs. Topical options like anti-inflammatory gels or creams work right on the sore spot, easing pain without straining your stomach. Acetaminophen is another option, which doesn't carry the same bleeding risk, though it's important to stay within safe daily limits to protect your liver. Here's a simple habit. If you must take ibuprofen or naproxen for more than 3 days in a row, check your blood pressure. Pay attention to any stomach discomfort, or watch for black or tarry stools. Those are red flags that you should call your doctor right away. And don't hesitate to ask your doctor or pharmacist, is there a safer way for me to manage pain at my age? The goal isn't to live without pain medicine. It's to choose smarter options that let you stay active, mobile, and independent, without adding unnecessary risk. That way, you protect not just your comfort today, but your freedom tomorrow. Number 2. Reviewing SSRIs when combined with blood thinners. Antidepressants like SSRIs are often prescribed to help with mood and sleep. Blood thinners such as aspirin, warfarin, or the newer DOAC medications are commonly used to protect the heart and prevent clots. Individually, both groups of medicines serve an important purpose, but when combined, they can quietly multiply risks, especially for older adults. A 2022 study published in JAMA Network found that patients taking an SSRI together with a blood thinner had a 42% higher chance of intracranial bleeding during the first 90 days. That means bleeding inside the brain or the digestive tract, events that can change life in an instant. The first 3 months are especially critical because the body is adjusting to how the drugs interact. This doesn't mean you should stop your medications on your own. Instead, it means you need a safety plan. Here's what that plan looks like. Ask your doctor to schedule regular blood tests, a complete blood count, and, if you're on warfarin, INR monitoring. These tests help catch early signs of bleeding risk before they turn into emergencies. Also pay attention to warning signs at home. unusual bruising, nosebleeds that don't stop quickly, or dark stools. If you notice any of these, call your healthcare provider right away. Most importantly, have an open conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask, since I'm on both an SSRI and a blood thinner, what's our plan to keep me safe in the first 3 months? This simple step can protect not just your health, but also your independence. Because preventing one dangerous bleed today can mean staying mobile, clear-minded, and free tomorrow. Number 3. A safe plan to taper off benzodiazepines. For years, medications like diazepam or lorazepam have been prescribed to help with anxiety or sleep. But when these drugs are used long-term in older adults, they can quietly create new problems. Research published in the BMJ in 2022 found that seniors who relied on benzodiazepines over time had a 50% higher risk of developing dementia. That's on top of other dangers: slower reflexes, memory issues, and a much greater chance of falls. And one bad fall can take away independence just as quickly as a stroke. The solution isn't to stop cold turkey. That can be dangerous and cause withdrawal. Instead, experts recommend a gradual taper over 4 to 12 weeks, always under medical supervision. This step-down approach gives your brain and body time to adjust while lowering the risk of rebound anxiety or insomnia. So what can replace these pills? Simple but powerful habits, known as sleep hygiene, make a difference. This means cutting down caffeine after the afternoon, dimming lights in the evening, and keeping a consistent bedtime routine. For some people, a low dose of melatonin can also support more natural sleep without the same risks of confusion or falls. Here's the practical takeaway. If you've been on diazepam or lorazepam for months or years, bring it up with your doctor. Ask, can we make a tapering plan that keeps me safe and helps me sleep in healthier ways? By phasing out these drugs safely, you protect not just your brain, but also your balance, memory, and daily freedom. Because staying sharp and steady is the foundation for living independently as the years go by. Number 4. Stop using Benadryl as a sleep aid. For many older adults, it's tempting to reach for an over-the-counter pill like Benadryl to fall asleep faster. The active ingredient, diphenhydramine, is an older type of antihistamine. While it can make you drowsy, it also comes with risks that grow as we age. The CDC has warned that first-generation antihistamines are not safe for adults over 65. Why? Because they can cause confusion, blurred vision, dry mouth, and, most concerning, an increased risk of falls. Falls are one of the leading causes of loss of independence for seniors, and even a single fracture can change daily life dramatically. There's another issue. The brain fog these drugs cause can linger into the next morning, making driving or cooking more dangerous. So what can you do instead? If you truly need an allergy medicine, safer options like loratadine or cetirizine are less sedating and less likely to cause confusion. But when the main problem is trouble sleeping, the best solutions don't come from a pill bottle. Start by letting your body's natural rhythm work for you. Spend time in natural daylight during the day and dim the lights at night. Turn off screens, phones, tablets, or TV at least 1 hour before bed, since blue light tricks the brain into staying awake. Keep a regular bedtime routine. A warm shower, reading a book, or gentle stretching can help signal to your body that it's time to rest. These changes may seem small, but over time, they build stronger sleep without the hidden dangers. So the next time you think about reaching for Benadryl at night, pause and ask, is there a safer choice for me at my age? Protecting your sleep means protecting your clarity, balance, and independence. Number 5. Personalizing diabetes treatment. Managing blood sugar is one of the most important parts of staying healthy and independent after 65. But here's the challenge. Not all diabetes medications are created equal for older adults. Some older drugs, like sulfonylureas, lower blood sugar effectively but can push it down too far. That sudden drop, known as hypoglycemia, can cause dizziness, confusion, or even a fall in the middle of the night. According to a 2021 study in JAMA, about 1 in 4 hospitalizations for hypoglycemia in seniors was linked to sulfonylureas. That's a risk no one needs to carry if safer options are available. Today, newer classes of medicines, DPP-4 inhibitors, GLP-1 receptor agonists, and SGLT2 inhibitors, are designed to help control blood sugar with far less risk of dangerous lows. These drugs may cost more, but for many older adults, the trade-off is worth it when it comes to safety and independence. If you're still taking a sulfonylurea, there are a couple of simple habits that can help reduce risk. Check your blood sugar before going to bed and again in the morning. If your numbers tend to dip overnight, a light snack rich in protein, like a handful of almonds or a small bowl of Greek yogurt, can help stabilize your levels until morning. Most importantly, have a conversation with your doctor about whether your treatment plan is still the best fit for your age. Ask, is there a newer option that can control my diabetes without putting me at risk of nighttime lows? Personalizing your diabetes treatment is not just about blood sugar numbers. It's about keeping your energy steady, your balance safe, and your independence strong for the years ahead. Number 6. The TSH passport for levothyroxine. Levothyroxine is one of the most commonly prescribed medications for older adults with thyroid problems. It keeps energy steady and supports many body functions, but only if the dose is right. Too little can leave you feeling tired and sluggish. Too much can quietly strain your heart and bones. A 2022 PubMed review found that about 1 in 5 adults over 60 were taking a dose higher than they actually needed. That overdosing can speed up the heart, cause palpitations, and over time, increase the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. The tricky part is that symptoms don't always appear right away. That's why regular blood tests for thyroid-stimulating hormone, or TSH, are essential. Think of it as your personal TSH passport. Just like renewing a travel document keeps you safe to cross borders, checking your TSH keeps you safe to continue your daily activities without hidden risks. So what's the practical step? Every time you see your doctor, ask to review your most recent TSH results. If the numbers are too low, that means your dose may be too high, and it's perfectly reasonable to ask, if my TSH is low, can we reduce my dose? This simple question helps protect your heart from racing too fast and your bones from weakening silently. The goal is not just to treat your thyroid, but to keep you balanced, with steady energy, strong bones, and a calm heartbeat. Because when your thyroid medicine is managed wisely, you stay in control of your health and your independence. Number 7. Smart hormone replacement therapy, HRT. For many women over 60, symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, or vaginal dryness can still affect daily comfort. Hormone replacement therapy, or HRT, can help, but it needs to be used wisely. The key is to keep it low dose, short term, and preferably through the skin. Patches, gels, or sprays deliver estrogen steadily and avoid the higher clotting risk that comes with pills. It's also important to understand that not all estrogen therapies are the same. Low-dose vaginal estrogen used for dryness or discomfort is absorbed very little into the bloodstream. That means it mainly works where it's applied, without the same whole-body risks. But when estrogen is used at higher doses throughout the body, caution is needed. According to The Lancet 2021, Women who stayed on HRT for more than 5 years showed a slightly higher risk of breast cancer. That doesn't mean HRT is unsafe for everyone, but it does mean it should always be personalized and reviewed regularly. The smartest approach is to check in with your doctor every 6 to 12 months. Ask, do I still need this dose? Is there a safer option for me now? This way, HRT can be a helpful tool rather than a hidden danger. Remember, the goal isn't just to ease symptoms today, it's to keep your heart, bones, and independence strong for the years ahead. Smart choices with HRT mean you stay comfortable, safe, and firmly in control of your health. Connection. How small changes add up to freedom. Each adjustment we've talked about acts like a safeguard for your independence. Switching away from daily NSAIDs lowers the chance of stomach bleeding. Reviewing antidepressants with blood thinners reduces the risk of hidden brain bleeds. Tapering benzodiazepines keeps your memory sharper and your balance stronger. Avoiding Benadryl at night means clearer thinking and fewer dangerous falls. Personalizing diabetes treatment smooths out blood sugar, preventing nighttime crashes that can send you to the hospital. Tracking your TSH with levothyroxine protects both your heart and your bones, and smart short-term HRT helps manage symptoms without quietly raising long-term risks. Each of these changes may feel small on its own, but together they create a strong shield for your brain, heart, and daily mobility. When your heart beats steadily, your blood flows safely, and your mind stays clear, you're not just avoiding illness, you're protecting your freedom. Freedom to walk to the store, freedom to cook your own meals, freedom to laugh with your grandchildren without depending on anyone else. That's the real goal. Not just adding years to life, but adding life to the years you already have. And every smart choice you make with your medications is another step toward that lasting independence. 10 years from now, do you picture yourself living freely or depending on others for every small task? That future begins with the choices you make today. Here's a simple step. Take your medication list, circle these 7 key areas we just covered, and bring it with you to your next doctor's visit. Then ask one powerful question. Is there a safer option for my age? That single conversation could be the turning point that helps you stay independent, mobile, and clear-minded. Because protecting your freedom isn't about one big change. It's about small, smart decisions made consistently over time. If this video gave you something valuable to think about, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next practical health guide. And remember, this content is for information only, not a substitute for medical advice. Always talk with your doctor before changing your medications or health routine. Your independence is worth protecting, and it starts today.